I would also like to welcome the parents and faculty seated here. All right, I would also like to welcome the many parents, families, friends, lecturers of CIMP, and of course, the many graduating students here today. My colleagues and I are all so proud of you and your accomplishments during your time here at CIMP. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eirene. I'm an English lecturer here at CIMP, a teacher advisor for Student Council, and an advisor for Poetry and Creative Writing Club. Near the end of this semester, all of the lecturers were asked to nominate deserving students as eligible valedictorians. I was proud to nominate this individual and honored when she asked me to be the teacher to introduce her. Today, I am privileged to get to introduce Eirene Noel Smith as your valedictorian. I initially met Eirene last semester when she joined CIMP Student Council as a general member. At the time, she struck me as quiet, yet confident, and throughout the semester she grew. She took on leadership roles within Student Council. She organized some special events for visiting Indonesian students, as well as all of you sitting here today, the CIMP student population. She participated in many other extracurriculars, such as choir and others, and attended more CIMP events than I can name. This semester, I learned a lot more about Eirene as a student and as a person. As a Writers Craft student, she was dedicated, hardworking, high-achieving, and creative. She became president of the choir. She assisted in starting up the Poetry and Creative Writing Club, and successfully ran for Student Council Secretary, where Miss Leanne and I fondly referred to her as our voice of reason, for her ability to recognize when ideas were just slightly out of reach and suggesting alternative and achievable ideas to her peers. Eirene participated in numerous CIMP events and was awarded Student of the Month in February for academic achievement, extracurricular involvement, and for often exhibiting the virtues of the month that we promote and celebrate here at CIMP. Eirene is supportive and kind to those around her. She's the first one to greet her classmates, to wish them luck before a presentation or a test, and she's always there to celebrate their achievements and successes. Eirene is confident, curious, determined, driven, and kind-hearted. She's a perfect representation of the many students who are present here today. Eirene, I wish you the best of luck in September at Seattle Pacific, and in the bright future that I know you have ahead of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the valedictorian of the graduating class of June 2017, Eirene Noel Smith.
Well, thanks, Ms. Katie. I'm already tearing up. Good afternoon. Before I begin, I would like to recognize and welcome our distinguished guests seated here today. Ms. Judith St. George, High Commissioner of the High Commission of Canada. Yang Berbahagia Puan Sri Datin Seri Dr. Susan Chia, EXCO member of Sunway Group. Dr. Elizabeth Lee, Senior Executive Director of Sunway Education Group. Professor Graham Wilkinson, Vice Chancellor of Sunway University. Ms. Ching Ming Min, Director of Pre-University Studies at Sunway College, and of course, Mr. Bill Ironside, CIMP Director at Sunway College. I would also like to welcome all parents and faculty. Without your guidance, it is doubtful many of us would be sitting here today. It is an honor for me to stand before you as your valedictorian and representative, and I have many to thank for helping me get to this point. I believe I echo the sentiments of all the students here in the following thank yous, so please know that even though they sound cheesy, they come from a place of sincerity and gratitude. Thank you to my family for supporting me and believing in me. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you to my teachers for always pushing me to do my best. Your constant encouragement made me want to come to class every day. And thank you to my fellow students and friends. You were always down for pizza when I needed to pick me up, so love you guys. Hey. Like many of you, I have only been here for 2 semesters. I tip my hat to students in the crowd who were able to complete 6 subjects in 1.5 semesters. You guys persevered. Regardless of how long it's taken for us to get here, though, we can all be proud graduates. Not just because we actually finished, but because we have achieved a level 4+ in terms of activities. Together, we arranged and attended 2 talent nights, performed in 2 open mics, won the Ultra Bowl last October, and took part in the Super Bowl in April. We participated in 4 Spirit Weeks and 6 Spirit Days over the course of the last 2 semesters, and we partied at prom. We sent a team to the 24-hour race to raise awareness for human trafficking and raised over 2,000 ringgit for the Manor House. We have over 6,000 hours of community service collectively, and we raised over 10,000 ringgit for a school in Pahang. Now for our final victory, we are graduating. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a well-deserved round of applause. Much like a number of us, I came into CIMP completely ignorant, not only about Sunway, but also KL and even Malaysia. For instance, at orientation, I asked a girl next to me where she lived. She said, "Nadayu." I looked at her in confusion and asked her to please repeat what she had said. We went back and forth, her telling me she lived in Nadayu and me being stumped as to what a Nadayu was, let alone where it was located. I was having enough trouble navigating college itself, let alone to worry about the buildings that surrounded it. My second day here, I had to go to Auditorium 4 after lunch. At this point, I had made a friend who insisted he knew his way around. I figured if I went for lunch with him, he would get us to our destination on time. How wrong was I? Very... Hey. We wandered around college, going up and down stairs, searching in vain for this auditorium, until finally he called one of his friends to ask the friend for its location. Needless to say, we walked into that meeting late. Another example of my ignorance is that for weeks at the beginning of last sem, I only ate at the college or uni cafeterias because I didn't know Rock Cafe existed. One day someone mentioned that if I wanted cheap meals, Rock was the place to go. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me how to get there. Thankfully, a different friend helped me figure out where it was, and it was in this slow way that I grew out of my bubble. I became active in student council and choir. I enjoyed participating in my classes. I became so accustomed to Rock, I ate all my meals there. Quickly, life took on a settled routine. Yes, I made mistakes, and no, life wasn't perfect. But even so, I wouldn't change a thing about my year. Now, not everyone shares my CIMP story. For some of you, coming to CIMP was as simple as crossing the street, literally. Some of you came from other schools in the area, some came from other states in Malaysia, and some, like me, came from other countries. Regardless of how we got here, this ceremony marks the end of this time of our lives. No more running up to the 3rd floor for meetings with guidance. No more knowledge thinking, application, and communication marks. No more lame jokes from Miss Cat during assemblies. No more clubs and activities. No more of Miss Leanne's teacher voice booming around auditoriums. Today marks the end of all of those things. Many of us are facing a time of transition. We are moving away from home, going to university, or entering the workforce. We are stepping into the unknown. Speaking from my own limited experience, that isn't easy. I urge you all in this next phase of your life to find something to hold on to. That buoy or life raft, provided you hold on to it, will keep your head above water when you find yourself floundering in an ocean of obligations. For me, the buoy that kept me floating this year was my faith. There were countless times this past year when I felt stressed and close to going under. My faith got me through. Maybe your buoy is faith, but maybe it's your family or your friends. Whatever it might be, cling to it and don't let it go. The crashing ocean waves will pass, and you will get to the other side safe. Just like I learned how to navigate my way around Sunway this past year, we will learn the ins and outs of the places we are heading to next. Things will be new and daunting at first, but I urge you to not let fear of the unknown hinder you from exploring and trying new things. Cling to your buoys, but also jump into new opportunities with both feet. The only one stopping you from doing so is yourself, after all. Class of 2017, congratulations. We did it! I cannot wait to see how each of you change individually and how each of you will change the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irene. I now invite Ms. Katie Ironside to present a memento to Irene Smith on behalf of the CIMP